Well, we got a little special treat for you guys in this one. When I was in high school, I built this. This is one of my very first metal projects, and it was in a metals class. Unfortunately, I don't have any of the aluminum pour projects that I made there in the same class, but we messed with some sheet metal, and this was one of my projects. I've had this ever since high school. It is my toolbox. I wanted to make another one just because, you know, then I'd have two, but the second reason was because this latch didn't line up very well. But it does now. At first it didn't, and when I go to pick it up, the latch would always pop open like that. But bending it into shape yesterday a little better. Yeah, yesterday. I actually got it to fit a little better now. But so what I want to do with this now is I want to turn this into an emergency lighting unit or a work lighting unit. So in essence, what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to be taking two of these gel cell batteries and putting them this lengthwise in the middle. They're going to be wired in parallel. Then use some LED lights, mount them on top of here, run the wires down through the metal so I can have like these on there. And there'll be emergency lighting. So I'll have a light here and a light here. I'll clean it all up tonight, paint it, let it sit overnight, and then come back out here tomorrow and most likely finish it up. The only thing I'm not going to do is I'm not going to paint the inside, because over the years of it sitting around, it's gotten real crusty and nasty on the inside of here, and I can't get down inside these corners. So if I paint it inside of there, yeah, all I'm going to be doing is covering up that gunk, and I really don't want to do that. And this is one of those piano hinges. You can see it didn't work out too well. That's why it opens quick and closes quick. And if you look really closely, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but I missed the spots to put the rivet in, so I had to like drill multiple holes. Yeah. So how many of you guys ever made one of these in school, or have you yet? So let me clean this up and paint it. Got it painted up, and yeah, it's that canary yellow. This stuff here. And I went one step further on the very bottom here. That's the spray-on bed lining stuff. So that should be a messed up spot right there. So I'm gonna let this dry overnight, and I'll come back out here tomorrow and work on it some more. Alright, well, it's the next day. She's all nice and dry. I took the liberty of drilling a few holes where I'm going to be mounting these lights. I'm still going to have to drill a few more holes to have the wires go inside. Then the next ordeal is to start wiring it all up. Now I wish I had some type of board where I could put all my switches on, but I looked around, I can't seem to find anything, and I could make a plate of steel and put it in there somehow and do that, but I'm thinking that's probably what I'm gonna have to do, figure that out somehow. But for right now, I just want to get the lights all mounted, then put some reflectors on it and that sort of stuff. I don't have a flashing circuit, so I'm gonna have to I can't put any red flashers on this thing, so yeah, that's too bad, but oh well. Well, I've got it wired up here, guys, but the switches that I was gonna put in here, the ones that I have, aren't gonna work very well, so I have to wire everything up individually. And what I've got here is I've got my positives all running to a single point, and then they go off, or no, these are the negatives. Negatives have the tape on them. They run off. Yeah, I got a junction of 3 that look kind of like this thing. This is the positive. Yeah. But yeah, let me hook this up quick and we'll see what it looks like. Well, you can see one light casts off on the bike, and all the other stuff over here. And the flood beam is casting up onto the truck. And then we've got that still special blue, so that way if I'm ever repairing a tire or something like that on the street, you know, that's a goofy ass color, so people will see that. Yeah. Now this is semi-portable. Because I have 2 batteries inside of this thing, it's pretty heavy to carry it around as it is. So it'd have to be something that I'm going to put down on the ground, like change tires or, you know, need to set up a tent or whatever. But one light is a spotlight, and the other one is a floodlight. Whoa. Oh, crap. I'm going to have to do something about that. The batteries just started sliding inside. I don't like that one. What's kind of cool about these lights is that I can change the adjustment on them. And this one here is angled up more because of the way I have the brackets set up. This one, the spotlight points straight forward. So this one up. So as I carry it, I can comfortably carry it, and the spot beam goes straight forward. If I switch it around, and the flood beam still goes in front of me, but it also goes up into the trees too. But I can also change that. So, yeah. And I'll show you the LEDs here. I'll show you what these, the Auxbeam LEDs that I've got on this. The flood beam, or no, this is the spot one on this side. You can see how I've got that bracket set up. It angles up that way towards the back of it. Back of the light. And this is the spotlight, and you can find links to this light, these lights, and those ones too. These are the floods. This one's angled up more because if I ever, most floodlights work better when they're angled up, because if they're sitting on the ground. Spotlights help you see at a distance, and a floodlight is more a work light. But you can see how I have this bracket set up, and it doesn't go to the back of the LED. It goes towards the front. So I can loosen this up. It's a 9/16 and loosen that up and then angle this thing straight up if I have to like get up underneath a car or something like that. Now most likely I'm gonna put some stickers on this thing too, so it's reflective. And like when you saw me just holding it, I'm gonna have to do something about these batteries because they'll slide side to side, and that's easy enough to do because heck, I've got all this the foam that the LEDs came in. Heck yeah, I can stuff that in there somehow. I put the stickers on, and now I don't have the actual Auxbeam lights on right now, but I've got the blue on. I'm holding an LED flashlight above me. So one side has red stickers on it, and the other side has the white. Let me turn off this blue here so you guys can see what this looks like. Okay, you can kind of see it now, but you know, an upcoming, oncoming car, see it like that. And so that would be like if I had it sitting outside the back of my car changing a tire or whatever and I had no lights on, if I didn't have any of these lights on. Yeah, so just with the reflectors it tends to be pretty bright. But I don't have anything on the very ends, so I'll probably put something there. Huh. Yeah. What you doing, Nova? Oh, shit. Shining right into the neighbor's house. Yeah, and the flood is casting up into the sky here. So, why, Nova? What are you doing, kitty kitty? Meow. What you doing? Huh? Yeah, pretty cool. Let's walk over on the other side here. Huh. And I can rotate those lights too, so let's try that. See, without me yeah, pretty cool. Now if I shine my flashlight at it, you can see how well those reflectors work. It's nice. Huh. This thing's really cool. A few things I'm gonna have to do to this is I'm gonna have to make it put switches in there, better switches, and figure out the wiring a little bit better, because right now it's just all clustered in there. Now what I got here, this, like I mentioned earlier, this was my toolbox that I made in high school, and that's what this is. You could probably build the same type of thing into any other type of toolbox, or even a military container like one of these. The only problem that you probably run into is the battery, putting a battery down inside of here, at least my type of battery. Heck, it might even work better. You put foam on the two sides of the battery and on the bottom, and it'd probably hold the battery a little bit better. Or take and then take one of the LEDs and mount it on top. Or if you wanted, it might even be a pretty neat idea, is if you were to take one of these cartridge containers and build a mount on the inside, so the entire case is a enclosed unit. So I don't know if you might slightly get away with that one, maybe, I don't know. But you could build it up and put a battery down inside there and have the light right here. So once you open up the top, you got your lights casting in a direction or wherever. Then you have your batteries in here and maybe some tools or whatever. And then you could close it tight. And, you know, if this ever fell into the water, your battery, your light, your all that other kind of stuff is still okay. But guys, tell me what you guys think about this idea. I like it. I think it's a really good idea to do. Plus, along with that, it's a great way to repurpose an old toolbox. You know, the one that's sitting off in the corner of the garage. You know, that one? Everybody's got one. So if you go hunting or fishing, an emergency light, for whatever reason, you could be put into a situation where you need extra light. But anyways, guys, I'm going to get on out of here. I'd like to welcome all my new viewers and all my new subscribers. Hello, everybody. If you haven't done so yet, please jump over to Patreon and help support this channel by becoming a patron over there. It helps the creativity continue, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Well, see you later.